Obama, this doesn't look like a Naruto tier list. What gives?
Yeah, Barack, I was looking forward to smacking Trump's dumb opinions on Naruto characters. Why is there Pokémon games on my screen?
Well, Jesus, hello to you too, fellas. Can't a homie at least ask his friends how their days are going?
Sorry, Barry, you know how excited I get when I see Pokémon games. I'm doing well, thanks for asking.
You're right, Hussein. We get excited, us old folks. I've had about 70 McNuggets in the last 3 hours, so honestly, I couldn't ask for a better day. Hope your day has been just as good.
I'm glad you've had good days, gentlemen, and to the audience watching, AI Toby wishes you a great day as well now, fellas. I love Naruto, you love Naruto, and the good folks at home love Naruto. Naruto is not going anywhere, and part 2 of the villains tier list will be uploaded sometime this week. But we want this channel to be more than just Naruto, and to branch out into all of our favorite franchises. I would like to rank all the mainline Pokemon games to show the audience that we are more than just Naruto fans, and I'm sure it will be completely civil with absolutely no problems at all. I'm sure there's absolutely no way that ranking games in the #1 highest grossing media franchise of all time could in no way cause disagreements, not a single one. So gentlemen, I ask you as your former president and all-time homie G. Barack motherfucking Obama, would you guys like to rank the Pokemon games?
Wow, Barack, I'd be honored to undertake this great privilege with the two of you. Let's rank the Pokémon games.
Beautifully spoken, Barry. There is no one I'd want to rank the Pokemon games with more than you two bozo Democrats. Barack's out here tugging on my heartstrings. I'm sure there will be no disagreements at all, just like you said.
Glad to hear it, fellas. Thank you for your passion. Now, what do we think about the games that started it all, Red and Blue?
Obviously S-tier.
What the fuck, Joe, really? S-tier? To the most broken games in the franchise, you'd give an S-tier. God, you're fucking stupid.
Fucking stupid? Look who's talking, for fuck's sake. You're putting the building blocks of the entire franchise into D-tier, you walrus-faced dummy.
Oh no, who could have seen this coming? Arguments over Pokemon never happen.
Shut it, Barack. There is no way you agree with Pokemon Red and Blue being an S-tier. They're iconic games, sure, but hardly anyone plays Red and Blue anymore just for the fun of it. No one. Unless they're ROM hacking it or maybe doing some kind of Nuzlocke, these games are no one's first choice.
Says you airhead, I'm playing Blue right now as we speak, about to take on Sabrina. Bite me, Donald.
Have fun taking her on with no dark types, you NPC.
Gentlemen, please calma. Calma, Joe. I'm sorry, but there's no way those games are S-tier. They're broken as shit. And Donald, they deserve their respect for giving millions of people their childhood. I think they belong in C-tier, with Pokemon Yellow being placed ahead of them in the C-tier. Is that fair?
If it'll get us to move on, fine. But you two are grossly forgetting how broken those games are, particularly you sleepy, forgetful Joe.
Sounds like a skill issue to me, Donald. Just beat Sabrina with Charizard, Kanto Boy for life.
Of course, typical Gen 1er cope. Gold, Silver, and Crystal are next, and I think Gold and Silver should go to B-tier, with Crystal going into D-tier.
Whoa, Donnie, I agree with Gold and Silver's rankings at B-tier, but where the fuck do you get off putting Crystal in D-tier?
Oh yeah, let's just put the better version of Gold and Silver into D-tier, and you have the audacity to call me the dumb one.
You clearly are the dumb one, because those dumb fucks at Game Freak took away my precious Ampharos. Why would you make one of the only redeeming Pokemon from Johto unattainable? Someone answer me right fucking now.
Sounds like a big old skill issue to me, Donald. I just made it to Giovanni while you were crying.
I hope your battery dries out just as you're about to beat the champion dickhead.
Both of you shut it. I'm sorry, Donald, but I have to agree with Joe. Losing a few Pokemon sucks, but the game is overall better. I'm putting it in A-tier.
Whatever, you're both lame. Rest in peace, Ampharos. I still appreciate you.
What it do, crew? Your boy's back with a splash. I see you're ranking Pokemon games. Good thing I came just in time.
Oh, Mother Mary, please spare me.
Is that Ben? Who the fuck invited Ben?
Not me.
You silly little boys are in a Discord voice channel. No one has to be invited. Anyone can join.
Oh shit, you boys ranking Pokemon games?
Oh, now Walt's here too? Why doesn't the whole world just join at this point?
Ha ha ha, good one, Donald.
I hate to be that guy right now, but Donald, Joe, and I are working hard on a new tier list, so I'm going to kick you guys now.
Who is it that you think you're talking to right now? I don't get kicked, Barack. I am the moderator. A guy enters a Discord and gets kicked and you think that of me? No, I am the one who...
Nice one, Barack, kicking that guy. I knew whatever he had left to say was definitely not based in facts or...
Sorry about the interruption, fellas. I put us in a private channel. Now moving on to what's most important. Ruby and Sapphire in A-tier and Emerald in S-tier. Any disagreements?
Not a single disagreement at all, Barry. You seem to be cooking with gas at the moment.
Damn, Barack, you're really on fire right now. I'm gonna let you cook. Do Gen 4?
You know I only cook hot and ready takes. Donnie, Diamond, and Pearl are B tier, and Platinum is S tier.
Holy shit, Donald. Obama is spitting straight facts right now.
Joe, this is the most I've ever respected Barack, no cap, fire red and leaf green. Next, Barack.
Come on, player, you already know that's A tier?
Holy shit, I literally think I'm aroused right now.
I'm rocking a half chub right now myself, Joe. All these spot-on perfect takes. Here comes a tough one, Obama, Gen 5.
B tier for Black and White, A tier for the sequels.
Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. So much truth is being dropped right now.
I am officially fully erect. What about the Johto remakes, Obama?
B tier, obviously.
Wow, Barack, in one swoop, you have officially killed my raging heart on Johto as a garbage region. The remakes look nice, but Johto is just terrible C tier.
Both of you must have gotten into Hunter's crack stash because Heart Gold and Soul Silver are so painfully and obviously S tier.
Damn, I was cooking with gas for a while there. Guess it's time to argue. I'll go first. The Johto remakes are the best way to experience the rich culture of Johto. However, at this point in time, it will be the 5th time we've gone back to Kanto. First it was red or blue, then yellow, then post-game of gold, silver, and crystal, then fire red and leaf green, and now a remake of Johto that takes us back to Kanto once more. I mean, it's just too much Kanto all the fucking time. B tier for me.
You can never have enough Kanto, Barry. It's easily the best region with the best memories. And the remakes are the perfect way to experience both in one epic package. The battle with Red atop Mount Silver is hands down the best trainer fight in all of Pokémon. Don't even at me. I will mess you up with the Biden blast. Don't think I won't. On top of all of that, your Pokémon following you returning was fantastic. This game is amazing. No other game has 2 regions S tier.
Oh, gee, Joe, I wonder why no other game has 2 regions. Maybe because when you connect 2 regions together, it permanently fucks over the worst of the 2. You want to know why the Pokémon Company doesn't do anything with Johto? Because Johto is small. It's beautifully crafted, I will admit, but it's small. And you can't ever make a game out of just Johto. No, you can't. You really can't. If you wanted to make a Johto game in today's time, you would immediately have to include Kanto. If you didn't, it would by default be worse. Then the old games, and Game Freak doesn't want to do that ever. Beautiful gameplay. But devastating consequences arose from this game. However, hearing you two speak on your reasoning, I will bump my grade up to B tier, but that's my final vote.
Well, we all have our rankings. I think to keep things fair, I will take all rankings into account. You got to bump your rating, Donald. So I will too. I will bump mine to A tier. While I do think Heart Gold and Soul Silver are grindy as fuck, there's nothing quite like beating Red atop Mount Silver, and Joe reminded me of that fact, so thank you, Joe. Now taking all of our rankings into account, I'd say A tier is the final verdict. Now, on to Gen 6.
You're welcome, Barry, and thank you for seeing reason. Personally, I think they're S-tier games, but A tier is totally fair. As for Pokemon X and Y, I'd say C tier. Mega evolutions are awesome, but the game itself was way too easy.
I agree, Sleepyhead, not with the dog shit placement of Johto, of course, but with your opinion on Gen 6. X and Y were the first to enter into the 3D era, and they did all right. But the fact that they made the game so easy a literal 4-year-old could walk through it really kills it for me. Now on to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I don't understand why Game Freak can't just remake the better version Emerald. It pisses me off. And these games simply don't capture the magic of the originals. And just to rub extra salt in the wound, there's no Battle Frontier D tier.
Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball on this one. I love the region, and it looks pretty. But the post-game is bad, and like you said, it doesn't have that magic. I mean, they just hand you a Latios, for fuck's sake, with no effort. Just here you go. Here's a Pokemon that can carry you through the entire game. Terrible decision.
I'll just put them in D tier. Game Freak can do better. I know they can, those fuckers.
Glad we all agree on D tier. I was half expecting Joe to start going full nappy time mode after I said they were D tier, but hey, I guess you're not as stupid as you look, Joey.
Shut it, Orange Man. 1v1 me in Ninja Storm 4. I fucking dare you.
Holy shit. Obama, can we do a video on that?
Already wrote the idea down, Donnie. We are definitely doing that anyway. Let's move on to Gen 7. I think C tier for Sun and Moon, B tier for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Too many cutscenes really kills the pacing of the game for me. And I wasn't the biggest fan of island challenges, but they were something different at least.
Yeah, me either. Gyms are better anyway. I agree with those placements.
Good take, Barack. You might be back in business.
Can I do the honors of throwing Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee into F tier?
Go right on ahead, Donald. Pokemon will always be a kid's game, but that game was literally for babies. It was fun, but I won't ever be playing it again.
I agree. Now Sword and Shield, a good first attempt for an open world, but falls flat a bit, C tier.
That's a very harsh rating, my allegedly born in Hawaii friend. I think they're B tier.
I agree with the Clementine Berry B tier.
Well, Color Me surprised you two agreed on something like Sword and Shield. B tier it is, however. I think we can all agree the Gen 4 remakes were pretty underwhelming. The art style, while not my favorite, was serviceable, but they should have just remade Platinum C tier.
Agreed, C tier.
Filthy cash grab. How dare they try and bury my favorite gen with this nonsense? C tier is being generous, but for time's sake, I'll allow it. I think we should put Legends Arceus in S tier, the best Pokémon game since Platinum. What a game.
Easy S tier. If the Switch hardware wasn't so dog shit, this would easily be the second best game on the console. But even still, it's just so fun, S tier.
Open world, a roll mechanic, boss fights, a health bar. This is a Souls-like Pokemon game, S tier.
A bit of a stretch on that last bit, Joey, but I love the energy. Now on to the final games so far. Gen 9, the newest games. I did a lot of thinking, and I think they are B tier games. If you had asked me at release, I would have told you D tier, and this doesn't excuse Game Freak's errors, but the game in its current state is rather enjoyable. I just wish the Switch didn't have such dog shit hardware. And I wish Game Freak were given more time to make Pokemon games.
Honestly, I didn't even play these yet, so I don't give a shit where you put them.
B tier is pretty fair. And I agree, if Game Freak just had more time, I think they can really make a special Pokemon game. But alas, that day may never come. This was really fun, Barry, but it's time for my nap, so I'll see you fellas later. Don't you dare forget our 1v1 Donald. I'm going to hit you with so many Biden blasts, it'll make your head spin.
Guarantee I smoke his ass, Barack. Figure it out, Mr. Editor. Big Daddy D is out of here.
To all you folks back at home, what did I tell you? No one could possibly get into any arguments discussing the #1 media franchise in the world. On a serious note, thank you all for watching, and make sure you leave a comment if you want to see that 1v1 of Trump versus Biden in Ninja Storm 4. I will figure it out and make it happen. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and consider throwing a master ball at that subscribe button. Obama out.